Good morning. This is Good News Friday. I've been wondering what it's like to work for the globalists. You work for somebody like Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand. You work for her. You meet her maybe every day. What's it like? Yeah. Or Justin Trudeau, of course. What's it like to have a friend like Klaus Schwab? I know that Klaus Schwab, he said some very good things about Trudeau. He's very happy about Trudeau. Yeah. And he's also very happy about a lot of people in the Canadian Parliament. Yeah. I think he also said something good about Jacinda in New Zealand. I'm not sure, but I think so. Right, so of course these people need to go. They shouldn't be there, right? So I'm looking for signs, positive signs. And there is one in New Zealand and there is one in Canada. Well, there's a lot of good signs, of course, but I'll just give you these examples. Tomorrow there's going to be a huge protest in Auckland. Yeah, tomorrow morning. It's organized by the Freedom and Rights Coalition. And from what I understand, it's going to be huge. This is brilliant. It's going to be at Auckland's Domain, which is a place, I think, in Auckland. And it's organized by the Freedom and Rights Coalition. And they have a website. I checked it out. It looks very good. You can sign up and you can check out future events, Looks very good. Yeah. And there's going to be another one next weekend in Christchurch. Right. Yeah, I really hope that something will happen here in New Zealand. Yeah. And so far it's still legal to protest in New Zealand. But, you never know, do you? What's going to happen? Jacinda Ardern is connected to Klaus Schwab. So maybe she will do another Trudeau thing, start arresting people and stuff. Yeah, I saw signs of this earlier. Yeah, she's absolutely terrible, this lady. I don't understand how she can be the PM. I don't get it. Absolutely awful lady. Yeah. Alright, so that's New Zealand, and then there's this thing in Canada that I just studied this thing. It's amusing, actually. Alright, so it's a story about a recovery unit. It was formed in August 2021. The Canadian government formed this recovery unit, and their job was to suggest mandates, which they did. Yeah, it became illegal for people who didn't have the tea to travel. Yeah. And this went into effect in October last year. Well, this was devastating for a lot of people, of course. Just for doing work, it became very hard. And if you wanted to visit your dying mother in a different part of the country, you basically couldn't do it unless you took it. Yeah. So this was what the recovery unit decided. Okay. So then there was two businessmen. They are Harrison and Rickard. Yeah. So they took this to court. And they wanted to show that the decision from the recovery unit had no base in science. It was just political. That's what they wanted. And I think they had a good lawyer. The government, they tried to close the case so that the court documents wouldn't go public. This happens when you have a court case, see? But but they couldn't do it. They couldn't close it. So these court documents came out. Yeah. And this is where it's getting amusing. Yeah. Because the court have these people in, to testify. And one of them is the general director of the recovery unit. Her name is Jennifer Little. Yeah. And it shows that she didn't have any formal education. No one in the recovery unit. There was 20 people there, you know, and they were to decide on the future, on these mandates, on how to save Canada. Yeah. No one had any formal education in epidemiology, medicine, or public health. No one. The director, Little, she was an undergraduate. She had an undergraduate degree in literature from the University of Toronto. And she was asked whether anyone in the unit had any professional experience in public health. And she said there was one. One person had this experience. Her name was Monique. Briefly, she worked for the Public Health Agency of Canada. Amazing. And Little, she also said that the mandate was ordered. She suggested this. It was ordered from above. Yeah, of course. Yeah. It was just a puppet unit. Yeah. And this recovery unit, it has no website, and its name appears almost nowhere in government records. So I can understand why Justin Trudeau is nervous about this. Yeah. You know, I don't think it's easy for them, these globalists. Very stressful experience. Yeah, to do all these things. You know, I believe that Justin Trudeau, he knows that he's wrong about this. Yeah, I do. And I also think Jacinda Ardern, she knows. That's right. All right, I wish you a great weekend. Be good.